Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, we're going to have a look at the 5 projects that I think are going to do really well this week. Before we do that, we will dig into how we performed last week with the 5 that I picked out. Now, we'll obviously be honest and transparent, right? Last week was the worst week I've had. So, you know, don't judge me just purely based on last week's. If you are new to the channel, you know, the week before we got 5 out of 5, right? It's one of those things. It happens, you know, putting your neck on the line when you say these projects are going to do really well. They're fantastic projects nonetheless. If you like this sort of content, mash that like button, subscribe, tap that bell, select all notifications so you never miss a video. Right, let's get down to the desktop. So the first one that I called out for last week was Cardano. Now I need to be really honest, right? Cardano has barely moved. It was at 227. So you know, a part of me feels like this is kind of like none and void, like it hasn't really moved. It's down less than 0.5%, but you know, with that said, it's down, it's a loss. So that's how it goes down for this week. So unfortunate one that we do expect to do really well. We expect this one to go on an absolute tear, but we're waiting for that transaction volume. And it's one of those, maybe it's going to be later on in the month. But with that said, fantastic project, fantastic tech, and it's going to have one immense, and I mean immense, ecosystem. But, you know, we're just a little bit too early on this one. So let's move on. VeChain, so it's actually down 4% today at 1168. Now this one was at 1103. When we did the video last week. As you're aware, obviously, you know, sometimes it's the timing of these videos that isn't the best. It went up to 12.25, so you know, you're still in profit today, which is what, 5% up from last week. So we're 1 and 1, but you know, this would have been much higher earlier in the week. So you know, you could have cashed out, is the point that I'm making, for a healthier profit, right? Moving on, we've got Avalanche at 60.11, down 2.3%. This one did the worst out of all 5 this week, and is unfortunate really, and unexpected. This fantastic project, long terms, you know, got the fundamentals, got the tech, got the team, is going to do really well. And sometimes, you know, these projects just have a bad week for whatever reason. But for me, solid project, shocked by the performance for the week. Really did believe this one was going to do really well. So it looks like it might do really well next week. So maybe we'll keep this one in. You'll find out soon. Okay, moving on. We got AMLT. So down 8% today. Now, if you look at the chart, you can kind of get a picture of what's going on. So we're right down. And this, again, is just unfortunate with the timing of the video, right? So what are we here? We're... what, 0.02762 right at the bottom here, right? We could have filmed earlier and we would have been at, like, you know, pretty much 0.03. So at the time of recording last week, it was probably one of the tops here at 0.03279. So we're actually down 15% for this one for the week. So not ideal. But you know, any gains that were lost, I do believe that you'll get back once it sort of pulls to the upside, right? And always a risk with these projects. If you take a look at advice.io, it's an A2 rating, which means this is highly profitable on the tops, you know, and it looks like there's a lot of bot trading potentially going on with this one. But really do like the project. Dig in if you haven't done your research, and we do expect it to do really well. So we're what, 3 and 1 at the minute. Okay, moving on to the last one. So down 17.43% at 0.00709. Now, we did the video sort of probably around here somewhere, right? What was it? It was so it was actually lower than that. We did the video around here, right? So 0.00537. So obviously people watch our channel. I said that you should look into this one. I really do rate it. And we went up an awful lot. So you could have got in on this one just after the video. I made a really healthy profit. Even now, you know, if you're getting out now, you're still making a healthy profit. You're actually making about 40% on last week on this particular project. So, you know, if you did get into this one, congratulations, well done. I do think this was a fantastic call for last week, and I do expect it long term to do really, really well. But you do let me know in the comments below. So literally last week was the worst week that we've ever had on the channel for these. The week before we got 5 out of 5. So, you know, it is what it is, right? We're really putting our necks on the line when we say these projects are going to do really well. And we do believe it when we say it, right? And we do sort of look at 𝗕𝗓 and various other metrics before we sort of do these videos. So let's sort of get into next week's and which projects we think are going to do really, really well. So the first one that I'm going to call out, it's actually up 5.97% already at 0.00823, and this is OMI. Expect this one to do really, really well. Just below all-time high at the moment, so really putting my neck on the line with this one. But if we go over to advice.The, we have a look at the artificial intelligence here. So the AMI-HAD ratio is A2, the fear and greed index is A1, so everybody is greedy at the moment. Sharp ratio is A2, and then you've got the profitability at A1. So, you know, it looks like a solid project. I'm putting it in here even though it has gone on a tear and is up near the top for the day, but do expect this one to do really well. Moving on, Singularity DAO. So you know, anybody that watches this channel know we love this project. Fantastic team, fantastic tech, going to do really well. And this one isn't on advice.io currently, so I can't sort of delve into the artificial intelligence. But for me, fantastic project. We do expect it to do really, really well. Dig into it if you haven't heard of it, you don't understand it. Join the Telegram groups, all that sort of stuff. Fantastic project, so dig in. And obviously this isn't the sort of video where we dig into these. This is just me calling out which ones I think are going to do well. Phantom FTM, expect this one to do really, really well. 2.23 at the time of recording. And you know, again, another project, you know, I mentioned on the live stream on Friday. Dig into this one, looks immense. Moving on, Electroneum, big announcement coming down 3.21% at 0.01914. Expect this one to bounce to the upside, so do dig into this one. Moving on to the fifth and final one, it had to be Avalanche. I said I was shocked by the performance last week. I meant that, so it has to go back in. Down 14% from when we recorded the previous video. For me, I expect to, you know, exceed 14% in increase on last week. So yeah, Avalanche had to make it in. So those are the 5 projects that I'm calling out for this week. I think they're going to do really, really well. I think that we'll outperform what we did last week. But do let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Did I miss any projects out that you think should have been in the top 5 for next week, or yeah, this week, should I say? So do let us know. With all that said, if you enjoyed the content, mash the like button, subscribe, tap that bell, select all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.